Welcome to part 2 of Blaster Master 02. We're about to take off for that ringed planet right after we go for this planetoid first. So you may be wondering, how can Eve get sick, let alone get infected with the mutant core if she's an android, right? Well, thing is, she's not exactly 100% a robot. Eve has somewhat of a genetic makeup, and when she was trapped in the GAIA-SOPHIA, what little of her genetic makeup was kind of mutated in the transformation. So, yeah, she's a kind of half mutant, half robot, maybe human person. I don't know what Eve is yet. I don't know though. If you give me a portrait of Eve and I didn't know anything about the game beforehand, I would definitely say that she's cosplaying as Mystique from the X-Men. She's just missing the other half of her face. What I just grabbed a second ago is a super useful sub-weapon. It is the Impact Wave. It creates a barrier around the Sophia. It's a really huge barrier too. It will take down most small mutants in one shot, and for the larger mutants, it usually takes 2 to 3. With the new sub-weapon for Sophia, we can make this planet a total cakewalk. This is Planet Montoj. No, I'm not going to show you a clip of random shit. It is literally called Planet Montoj. We have successfully touched down on Planet Montoj. This place has quite a lot of water, just like Earth. Oh, getting homesick? No, I'm fine. But if we land on water, there is no impact for the GAIA system to convert into SP. Some locations might be limited in opportunities to recover SP. We should be able to find the tunnel's access key here, yeah? I can't pinpoint the exact location, but I can say for certain it's here, but I'm also picking up lots of mutant readings here too. One of those mutants must have the key, huh? Jason, Sophia's getting another signal. Something non-mutant. Again, no exact location, but whatever it is, it's not far. Got it. Let's go check it out. Planet Montoj is suspiciously like Japan. I can't put my finger on it. It might be because of the bamboo-like plants. I don't know. I've never been to Japan before, but I've also never been to Montoj since it's a fake location. Sarcasm aside, this world is fun to travel through. You got a whole bunch of different death traps with the bamboos, and you also got Mother Brains in side view. That's different. Landing in the water in the G-Sophia will not restore SP, so you gotta be sure to land on solid Earth, or solid Montoj, since this is a different planet. You just gotta make sure to land on solid ground in order to get back SP. In the Sophia, that is, not as Jason. He's still fragile. The music in this stage is good. Just like the first Zero game, this whole soundtrack is excellent. And I actually prefer this game's OST over the first one, mainly because it sounds a bit more, I guess, 16-bit. It sounds more like a TurboGrafx game. You're going to hear me say this is my favorite song in the entire game a lot, because I have like 15 different favorite songs in the entire game. It is just that good of a soundtrack. Indie games always seem to have really good soundtracks, even more so than AAA games for some reason. And I don't know if that's because they always use 8-bit or 16-bit chiptunes, or in this game's case, the Sunsoft sound driver, which sounds like a bona fide Sega Genesis and a NES cartridge, but they always do good with indie game soundtracks. I don't know why. But enough about me gushing over the soundtrack to this game. I'll come back to that later. I promise. The goal of Montoj's dungeons are you have to collect a whole bunch of keys in order to open certain gates. You got a whole bunch of different enemy types here. Namely, the mutants that look like a diamond and that will circle around Jason, and then stop to shoot at you. They're pretty easy to take down, you just gotta wait for them to stop, and then you can blast away at them. You also got these lantern-looking enemies that will just stay stationary and then shoot. There's also some sort of hidden stipulation with the crops here. You do not want to step on too many of the plants here, otherwise the boss of this dungeon will become a bit stronger. And speaking of bosses, we're going to fight another mutant. Bring it on, you boss mutant. A human-shaped mutant? No, wait. An actual human? What? You with Severa? Severa? You mean the mutants? No, You've gone and destroyed the crops I worked so hard on! You dumb spud! Get ready for a beating. That gear, he has... No way. Damn, I have no choice here. The legendary Takayari Master Gunbei. Kind of a crafty bastard, so you gotta pay attention closely to him. He'll throw two scythes, one of them arcing back at him like a boomerang, and the other one just going straight for Jason, and then coming back from off screen. Gunbei will also throw out some sort of flashbang grenade, which acts as a shield too. Gunbei's second form is a tad more unpredictable. He'll hide in the bushes, and then jump out to try to hit you with his spear. Use your blast counter here. Not only does it stun him, but the blast counter will open Gunbei up to more damage. If only I had my wave shot, damn it. The wave shot is this guy's weakness, but you can also use the whip and the enemy chaser for more damage too. Gunbei is not too hard, but you have to get used to the blast counter system, otherwise you'll have difficulty with the Takayari Master. Yeah, keep throwing your hose. See where that gets you. I mentioned before that stepping on the crops will make this guy stronger, and it makes him a shit ton stronger. I think it goes from 1 bar of damage to 3 bars of damage if you step on too many crops. So try not to step on his plants, otherwise you'll piss him off. Gah! You've got some gumption. Damn, he's still not giving up. Gunbei! Tay? Jason, can you hear me? I got a call from that guy's support droid. If he's got a support droid, then he must be... That's right, Jason, he's an MA pilot. Metal Attacker. The MA series was created and dispersed throughout space in order to combat the mutant threat. Eve once said that Sophia 3rd was not the only vehicle in that line. What's the deal, Tay? No deal about it. That feller's a true blue MA pilot, same as you. What? I'm so sorry. I had no idea there were other MA pilots out there. Gunbei, you blackhead! If you listened to what folks told you, I wouldn't have to clean up your dang messes so much. Well, I'm just glad that it's cleared up now. Jason and Eve, was it? I'm Gunbei. I work as a farmer in this village. Well, these days it's more like a ghost village. The villagers are all hiding in a refuge deep in the mountains. And I'm who called y'all all the way from that there refuge. Name's Tay. Tay. Nice to meet you. We came here to find an access key for the dimensional tunnel near this planet. Outer space. Planet Sophia. Dimensional tunnels. Sure is a wide old world outside this planet. Haha. Most likely the boss mutant he calls Severa has the key. We both want to defeat Severa, so how about we work together? Access keys, huh? Severa's definitely got a key, but... To tell you the truth, my MA's in a bad state. Severa gave her an awful thrashing, so Tay's been trying her best to repair her since then. Been doing my best, but I ain't got the parts I need. Gunbei got her good and busted. So we need some brand new parts if we're gonna fix her up. Well, whilst that's the story, I love to help, but I need to get my MA up and running first. In that case, I'll lend you a hand. We got some spare parts you might be able to use as well. Would that be okay, Jason? Of course. Anything to help my fellow mutant blasting MA pilot. Much obliged. I hate to ask, but can you come to our refuge? You can get there by scaling the cliff outside the village. I got it blocked off right now, but I'll clear the way for you. Got it. We'll head up there as soon as we get out of here. Gunbei will give you a power-up for Jason. It is the Shift Up Attacker, and it's probably one of the best power-ups in the whole game. It's a blast counter where you zoom in towards the enemy at light speed and hit them with a melee attack, but it also features as a dash function too. So now you can zip around like Mega Man X would, but at the cost of SP. I will definitely add the dash ability to the weapon shortcut. Oh, that's another thing that the designers added for Zero 2, the weapon shortcut. You can use the shoulder buttons to access some of your other weapons, so in theory, instead of using one gun and then switching to another, you can just use 3 guns at the same time.
2 guns, bitch!
Well, 2 guns map to R2 and L2, but the 3rd gun is on the square button, hence 3 guns. Also, why is Two-Face in my playthrough? I already got a Two-Face, her name is Eve. Ribbit. Fred's getting excited about all the water. He can't even swim without a dive unit. Yeah, he's still so happy. That was a kind of superfluous conversation, but it adds to the charm. We have water, which will slow Jason's ground speed down to a crawl. This is where the Shift Up Attacker becomes more useful than it looks, because he can dash on the water and maintain your speed. And here's the Shift Up Attacker being used as a counter, it just homes straight in on the mutants. This is also my favorite song in the entire game. We have to collect more keys for this dungeon. Jason Frutnik, the Keymaster, able to unlock any door in the universe except his own. Now that I'm thinking about it, Jason Frutnik, the Keymaster sounds like a reject Ghostbusters villain. Yes, it's true. This man has no dick. But he does have a blaster rifle. I'm not sure if that means anything, but just be forewarned. He does have a blaster rifle. Here's the last key, and these enemies are freaking annoying. The good thing about the whip weapon is that you can bounce shots back at them. So it's kind of like another blast counter, except it's not a blast counter, it's just a melee weapon with defensive properties. I do like the whip in this game. I think it's a good melee weapon, but the downside is you swing it kind of slowly, so you have to time your swings well. 03 fixes the whip to where you can actually do 4-hit combos with the damn thing. And it also pierces shielded mutants too. It's awesome. Jason doesn't have to worry about drowning because of his pilot suit. It protects against everything. Doesn't matter if it's space, the ocean, radioactivity, Jason's pilot suit and helmet will protect him against 99.9% of all hazards. But there is that 0.1% that will say fuck all to Jason's defenses and just outright kill him. And we'll get to that soon. But for right now, we need to talk to Gunbei and Tay to see what's up. Hey, you made it! This must be your MA. Yep, this is Kubiko. She's busted out right now, but she's a faithful partner. Jason, Gunbei. I'll get started helping out Tay. Although, I can't leave Sophia, so I'll just be supporting her over the receiver. You have done enough just bring the parts. Just rest yourself there. Jason, thanks for all your help. Take this with you. Recall jump. Is this an MA maneuver chip? You compiled Kubiku's maneuver data onto a chip for us? Thank you. To get to Severa, you need to descend this mountain and climb the next one. That maneuver should make the climb a breeze. Great, thanks. We'll head there as soon as Eve's work is done. Ready to rush out there, huh? Well, I don't blame you. As soon as Kubiko is up and running, I'll be right there after you, but Severa's no normal mutant. If you end up on your own, be careful. What do you mean? It's a long story. If you really want to hear it, I'll tell you later. Basically, I let my guard down too many times. Remember this, it's not just your life that you're fighting for. If I were to be defeated by a mutant, Eve and Fred will be on their own. I won't ever let that happen. You're right, you be careful too. Alright! Just got some tweaks left to make. Y'all saved our bacon. Our pleasure. Eve, let's head out as soon as we get this maneuver set up. Recoil jump! Now we can wall jump. In a tank! It's just as awesome as it sounds. The recoil jump is going to be extremely useful for this planet because there are a bunch of different buttons on the wall that you need to press in order to proceed with the rest of the area. And it's also extremely useful in general because there are going to be a lot of power-ups that you need the recoil jump for. This fall right here would definitely splatter Jason and Eve into the ceiling of the tank. But since Jason's a daredevil, he has to take chances in order to keep Eve safe. In his words, not mine. But now we know for sure that there are other metal attackers in the universe, each with their own support droids. Tay being Gunbay's counterpart and sort of an older sister relationship to him. You're going to see a lot of relatable relationships between the MA pilots and their support droids. Even Jason for one. Why hasn't anybody made the first move yet? And you also got Tay and Gunbay's sibling-like relationship. We found another map, this one of Planetoid B3, and if I'm remembering correctly, I think B3 is one of the more annoying platforming challenges in the game. But we'll get to that eventually. And that also makes me question, is every planetoid and planet in the universe Earth-like because Jason still can't fall for shit? You would at least think that there would be some sort of higher gravity or lower gravity depending on the planet, but no, everything's still relative to Blaster Master 01, which took place on Earth. At least there is one throwaway line about Jason needing to stay in his pilot suit because one planet's atmosphere is toxic to him. And apparently Eve too. I will give realism points on that, but not really the gravity part. That still makes no sense, by the way. Yo, I love the freaking wall jump though! It makes you feel like a badass. A badass in a tank. It's also possibly a reference to Sunsoft's Batman game on the NES, where the controls are kind of similar in that you kick off the wall and then you just go in that direction. You can't really control yourself freely off of a wall jump unless you use the hover, but that takes a little bit to get going. But it still feels really good to control. Alfred, why is my Batmobile not equipped with wall jumping abilities? Because you spent all your resources on bat nipples, Master Bruce. Damn it! I thought they would deflect bullets correctly. Ah, good old save points. I just love these things. Gone are the days of getting a game over and having to listen to this. That was supposed to be the original Blaster Master Game Over theme. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there. I like having the save points there. Even the game saves automatically once you exit and enter a dungeon, which is kind of redundant, but then again, I like that the game cares enough to save your progress and it respects your time, unlike certain other games. Oh god. But if you must have a life system, throw in some infinite continues while you're at it. I'm looking at you, Blazing Chrome. Anyway, here's the final dungeon on Montoj. We have to collect 8 keys in order to get to the boss of this area. Don't worry about pissing off the boss by stepping on plant life, because there's no plant life to step on here. And also, I doubt that the boss would care about that. The weird thing about Jason's blaster rifle in this game, at least in sprite form, it looks so small. It looks more like a pistol more than an actual rifle, but maybe it's just how they translate it into sprite form. I'm not quite sure how that works. But of course the pen and paper artwork will look better than the 8-bit artwork they had to use for the game itself. but I will say for certain that this game does look a hell of a lot better than the first Zero game, because everything looks a lot cleaner and the sprite work is just way more colorful and vibrant. There's something off about the first Zero game, and I don't know if it's because of the grittier look in that one or because the character models were a bit off. Specifically Jason. Oh my god, get rid of the angry eyebrows. But this game's got a lot more detail, and there's not a single sewer area in sight. And I swear, Zero 2 does the weirdest thing, and Zero 3 does it too, where the art style completely changes at the end of the game. It's like, sudden animation boost. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck happened there? Everything suddenly looks way better than before. And yours truly also gets an animation boost. I meant boost, I meant to say boost. And I said boost, damn it. She gets an animation boost and she looks really goddamn epic. I'm just going to say right now, there is not going to be any part of this playthrough where I don't comment on the fan service of this game, because it's blatantly apparent. Just so you know. The E10 rating is quite loose with this one. For one thing, how mild are these suggestive themes we're talking about? And also, how did Plant Lady get through the damn sensors? We're going to see this Plant Lady in part 5. She's quite interesting. So remember, out of the tens of anime-based games that were censored in recent times, this one game managed to slip through the cracks. I got all the keys I need for the boss fight, but I need an 8th key in order to access the save point, which I honestly don't even need. The boss here is extremely easy. Wow, Heihachi, never thought I'd run into you here. Zavira is pathetically easy. He likes to teleport, and he likes to shoot. Oh my god, what a threat. He'll get stunned with the blast counter as well as the wave cannon. And there are occasions where he'll circle around you like a vulture like he was doing right now, but that's not really a threat again. He just circles you, and you can just shoot at him some more. The enemy chaser also works on him, but I suggest you hold off on the enemy chaser because you're going to need that for a couple more boss fights here. Did we get it? Huh? That wasn't so bad. Testing. Tay, just talking to this thing? Hey! Jason! Can you hear me? Gunbei, I defeated Zavira, I think. I thought I told you don't let your guard down. Here's where the real fight starts. Huh? What? Jason, get back right now. Aw, shit. It's never that simple. What's going on? I'm getting a signal. A boss mutant. You gotta be kidding me. A boss mutant? I already defeated Zavira. That was only one part of Zavira. Get back to Sophia. We're on our way. Hold on. One part of Zavira, eh? Well, it's not like this part is going to be any harder than the last, am I right? Oh, son of a bitch. Jason, Eve, are you okay? I can't believe it. This thing is gigantic. That's the real Zavira. Its size is not even the biggest problem. You see that glowing stone at the top? That's Zavira's heart. Then we just need to attack. Yep! If you hit that, the whole thing will freeze in its tracks. But that's just the beginning. Then you need to go inside. There are a bunch of clones of Zavira inside it. They all need to be defeated. If Zavira starts moving again, you're in big trouble. It's not an enemy just one MA can take on. That's how poor Gabiko got done in the way she did. So, we can't get anywhere without keeping the heart under attack. Yup! That's what me and Gunbei here are gonna do for you. While we do that, you need to get in and defeat the clones directly. So that's the plan. Got it. Leave the clones to me. We're counting on you. We won't let it move 1 inch while you're inside. Gather Vera is tedious as shit. You gotta shoot the little diamond part on his face. You shoot the diamond part enough times and it will get stunned. That's when the doors into the hill will open up. You go inside the doors when the mountain gets stunned and you'll fight another Severa. The further you get into this boss fight, the more Severas you have to face at the same time. The good thing is, Severas go down really quickly now. There is no specific weakness for Gather Vera, you just pummel on him with any weapon you have at your disposal. It's also worth noting that Gunbei is helping you out with the Kubiko in this boss fight. He may not do much, but Gunbei will protect you from some of the attacks the mountain will toss at you. He'll also keep some supporting fire on the mountain itself when you get to that point where you have to go inside. God damn! The shift up attacker slash kamikaze dash is the best way to go for these guys. Die already! Die already! Come on! Oh shit. I'm back to pea shooter status. Alright, 2 more glory holes to penetrate. Oh, why did I make that joke? That was bad. Oh wait, because Jason's third weapon is called the Penetrator. Fuck! Thrice the Severa, triple the fall. I will give the boss fight some credit for amping up, but it's still tedious. The green meter right next to your gun meter is your blast counter gauge. Whenever you do a blast counter, or you've just been dashing around everywhere like a maniac, like I have, you'll lose energy from the blast counter meter. But you can get it back quickly just by shooting enemies. This system implores you to be defensive as well as offensive. Defensive in the sense that you don't want to lose your goddamn weapons and go dying now, do you? And also offensive in that you want to keep up the damage and stun the enemies for even more damage. Here's the enemy chaser weapon. I don't even know if it's actually called the enemy chaser or not. I'll look it up. Oh no, it's the Seeker. Why was I thinking enemy chaser? Oh right, Metal Slug, that's why. Both game involving tanks. One tank being clearly more badass than the other tank, but I'll let you figure out which one's the better tank. See, look at this. The Seeker weapon works wonders against these guys because not only does it stun them, it just chases them around and it stays on screen for an extended period of time. Look at this. Nope, nope. There we go. All bullets hit the target. Even when the enemies are cloaked, once they come out of cloak, they're just gonna meet a whole world of hurt. Starring Jason. Jason shot first. There will be no stupid 02 special edition where he just slightly moves his head to the left. Oh no, Jason will always shoot first. Here's the last bit of health. Now imagine dying to this guy right now. That would suck. It's over! Gunbei, you finally did it! Jason, Eve, it's all thanks to you. I'm just glad we can help. Gunbei's Ikai have finally come to an end. Unfortunately, they still have a long fight ahead of them. That fight will be theirs alone on this planet. So where's that DLC about that Inti creates? We have our own fight to take care of elsewhere. Since we got the access key, we better start getting a move on. Going already? Yeah, of course. Sorry for keeping you so long. We couldn't have done this without you. Thank you. Eve! Hope you can get the help you need on Sophia. Best of luck. Thank you, Tay. Alright, time to make our way to the dimensional tunnel. Dang it, Gumbay! You got and pushed poor Gabiko too hard and got her all roughed up again! Don't you go laughing it off now. Who do you think's gonna fix her, huh? Oh, Gumbay, you lovable moron. That's the end of part 2, but we're not finished exploring this planet just yet. Tune in for part 3. See you then.